That was so sweet. But Jackson's like cleaning things up in the kitchen, everything, and Matt Palmer's like, "Oh, Jackson, please don't clean up everything. I'll help you out." That's love.
I don't think that's how I said it, but I just, it's a big. We have an Oscar party here called the Oscars every year, and so I don't want him to feel like because we do the podcast right after the party's over, I don't want him to feel like he has to do all the cleaning. I want to help out too. I mean, I helped out getting a lot of things together, but after the fact, there's a lot to do. It's hard to clean up after a party. You throw so many parties, you must know.
I throw 0 parties because I have no husband, boyfriend, fiance, whatever to help me clean it up.
You could still do it on your own.
I will not.
You could if
I
you
will do
wanted
none
to.
of the above. Remember that time I threw one birthday party for myself and I was like, it's at a park. Y'all are bringing a bunch of candy and we're just going to pick out on candy. I'll get some pizzas.
I mean, does it count up as a party when you would invite us over and we'd watch like a movie of yours that you like? Like, does that count?
Oh yeah, like my birthday party where I made everyone come over and watch Fiddler on the Roof.
Yes, that's the one I was thinking of. And I was like,
and by everybody, it was just you and Matt Bridges.
Hey, it was lovely.
But the thing is, if I invited like 20 people over, like the amount of people that were at this Oscar party, I would be shushing you all the fuck up. Be like, if you don't shut up and sit through this 3.5 hour movie with me,
I mean,
it's my birthday.
Great. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to 2K Mads. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
And we are back again another week.
And 100,000 subscribers richer.
Can you freaking believe it? Like, okay, we knew it was coming. And but just looking at the stats, looking at the analytics, we're like, okay, we're probably like 2-3 weeks off. As soon as we put out this Harry reaction, I bet we'll cross the threshold. But then I went to bed one night and woke up and our little Harry YouTube short had gone a bit viral for 2 hours because the algorithm is weird.
We got 180,000 views on that Harry short in 2 hours, and then
Nothing.
views after that.
I'm telling you, the algorithm is just, it has nothing to do with us.
No, the internet is fake, you guys. The internet is feeding you randomness, okay?
But you know what's real? The amount of work and effort we have put in over the past 13 years, and especially over the past, 3, where we built up most of this.
Yeah.
And so thank you to anyone who has reached out, congratulating us on the milestone. It was very much an exciting moment, thrilling, lovely. Yes, we've talked about it in that little reel we posted. Maybe once we get the plaques, we'll make a little video about that.
You ordered them, right?
No, but it's a long story.
Oh God.
It's not that long.
Okay.
They need a week to double check our channel to make sure there's nothing wrong with it and that we can get the plaques.
Double check what? We are authentic.
They were like, make sure it's authentic, make sure none of your followers are fake. And it's like, okay, we're good there. But then one of the ones I'm nervous about, make sure your email's not attached to any channels that have been terminated. And I'm like, well, our podcast channel got terminated, but that's because our regular channel got hijacked. And so I tried to talk to the support people, being like, hey, FYI, if this comes up, the reason it is, blah, blah, and they were just like, please just wait. Please just wait.
Sir, please, if you don't just fucking wait.
I know. So,
oh God, they probably hear from all these obnoxious, terrible content creators.
And that's me, baby. But honestly, I also looked up if for whatever reason YouTube decides not to give us that, they have knockoff ones for pretty cheap. Yes! So we will have fucking plaques, whether they're official or not. It's going to happen. But yeah, since then, before we jump into the Oscars, because we just watched the Oscars together, we were mentioning in the intro, we have an Oscar party every year at my place. And so people have left and we have watched the Oscars. We have a lot of feelings about that. But before we go into that, is there anything you want to talk about this past week? How's your week been?
Oh, let me talk about my week, ladies and gentlemen, because
a traveling soldier.
Yeah, I remember last weekend I was babysitting my friends' kids and everything, and I was like, ooh, tired from that girl. And then I was like, okay, Monday I'm flying to Vegas because my dad and my aunt, they live in Arizona and they go to Vegas sometimes. They live just outside of Nevada. And so sometimes they go to Vegas. And when they go to Vegas, I go to Vegas to meet up with them and see them and everything. And so, yeah, it's fun. And we sit there, just a little video poker machine, have some dinner at the casino that my aunt always likes to go to. My aunt gives me a little money to gamble with, and everything.
Nice.
My Aunt Michael is the most generous, wonderful human being on the planet. She's great. So I will say I lost a little bit of my money for a bit, but then I last minute got all the way up and I came out $5 ahead.
Yes!
It only took me 3 days to earn that $5.
Hey. It still counts.
Yeah.
You had fun. It's not about how much money you earned in the amount of time. It's about the fun you had along the way.
My aunt literally gives me money and she's like, you better gamble this all the fuck away.
Good for her.
And I was like, I'm not going to do that. And she's like, as long as you have fun, that's all that matters. And I'm like, no, fun is being able to pay my bills, Aunt Michael, but whatever. But it was a great time. Lovely seeing my family, all of the above and everything. And while I was at a video poker machine next to my dad, we hit 100,000 subscribers. I screenshot it at 100,000. I sent it to Matt Palmer and I'm like, order the plaques, bitch.
What'd I say back?
And you took a while to respond. And I'm on Discord talking to all the other 2K Matt's fans, being like, where the fuck is Matt Palmer? And
I was watching a really good show on Hulu called Dinosaur. I think it's from a creator, an actress, and a writer in Wales. And you should definitely watch it. We finished the first season. It's really lovely. And I won't go too far into it right now, but maybe later. But yeah, you know me. You know my phone. I like at a certain time, Do Not Disturb comes on. I actually downloaded an app called Opal, which will only after 3 hours or 2 hours a day of using these specific apps, it'll turn off my Instagram, it'll turn off my Discord, turn off my YouTube analytics. And I'm like, I love nothing more than being told to put down your fucking phone.
Okay, great. But text messages.
Texts are still open.
You need if there's an emergency, we just hit 100,000 subscribers and we need to order the plaques before we get knocked down to 99,999.
But we didn't know, but I can know now. You can't order the plaques until a couple days later, until a week. So yes, I wasn't immediately reachable, but I got back to the phone before the end of the night.
You did. And so then after a couple days in Vegas, I went to Austin because my very good friend Laura, she is producing my next feature film with me, and she was going to South by Southwest as a producing mentor. And she was like, oh, I'm going down to South by Southwest to do this thing. And I was like, oh, well, I have some JetBlue points and a little bit of time, even though I just moved 5.5 months of my life back to LA and was babysitting the kids and then went to Vegas and have not even fully unpacked yet.
Yes.
I was like, sure, I will make time. It's I can go to Austin for a couple days. Because if she's there, she talks to someone who is interested in talking about the movie. I can also be there as well.
Of course.
I get down to Austin. I'm staying with my really good friend Fernando. And while at his house, he turns on the Love is Blind reunion. You've watched Love is Blind,
I have
right?
watched it before.
Oh my God.
What happened? What's wrong?
What horse shit? My God.
I did have to stop watching.
This is horrifying. I only watched the reunion, so I don't know what the actual show is like.
Right.
But the reunion, it's all these people who are just up there, just spitting out these
Mm-hmm.
philosophies and platitudes about I need someone who's willing to give their whole soul to my life and create an essence for me. And I'm like, what are you saying? We're talking about nothing.
Look.
And I just could not wrap my head around it, and it was just really horrifying to me. I'm like, this is what heterosexuals watch?
Well, I will say that show was made because there was a couple on season 1 named Lauren and Cameron, and their love is so true. It's literally the most beautiful storytelling, and the show has gone to absolute shit. Yes, I don't even watch anymore. It's entirely too many episodes. They're in those pods for fucking years, it feels like. But if the show was truly just made for these two people to find each other and fall in love, it is worth it. They just had a baby in the past. I still follow both of them, of course. They just had a baby in the past year, and I'm just congratulations. They just are doing everything right. So cancel the show, throw it in the trash. You've already done everything you need to do.
Sure. And and they were just on the reunion, they were just we broke up 2 months ago, but a month ago I found the love of my life and now I'm engaged. And it's time moves at such a different pace for heterosexuals.
Right. I mean, the whole conceit of that show is you meet through a wall and get engaged before you
Fair. These are people who are ready.
They're ready.
Okay, fair. And we also started watching this other show, where it's also Netflix. And I don't know if I can do Netflix reality shows. They just are so... what are we doing? We're watching this for an hour. And
what show was it?
It was a show where these people of all these different ages. It was another matchmaking show. It's not called Age 8.
This is new Age of Attraction.
Age of Attraction.
Yes.
That's what it is. And it's these people, and they're all they're in Canada or whatever, in this little cabin and camp or something. And they're all different ages. They don't know how old each other is.
Yeah.
And they have to match themselves up. They have to find love without knowing how old the person they're falling in love with is. And then they reveal their ages and everything. We watched 2 episodes and it's cute. It's a cute concept and everything. And the people, I was invest in the people, but it's truly like it's an hour-long episodes, but we could tell the story in 15 minutes because it's just endless shots of them looking at each other, philosophizing on love over and over and over again. And every 5 seconds, there's a new pop song that I'm sure Netflix has in its song catalog that they want to promote, that they start playing and everything. I don't know if I can do these love shows.
I think, yes, I agree with you. Like, I have had my stint with The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, and like I see about Taylor Frankie Paul from Salt Lake City. Whatever that show called? Mormon Wives.
Yeah.
She's the new Bachelorette. And so like I'm a little curious, but like for how much time it takes.
It won't change your life.
It's just, and especially the Netflix one, they just do love to drag everything out. And
so much.
It's just such a time commitment. I mean, this is coming from a Big Brother fan. Like, it's just a time commitment that I don't have at this stage in my life. But I'm impressed that you sat through 2 episodes, honestly.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Fernando. It was like, 10 o'clock at night. Fernando likes to sit on the couch and like chop up his like meal preps and like hold my hand and be like, baby, I'm lonely.
Isn't he moving back here?
He is.
Well, there you
That's
go.
my baby.
Problem solved.
I know. He moved all the way to Austin and he's like, I need to come to LA, back to LA. And I'm like, I know, girl. But anyway, I was in Austin for South by Southwest.
Yes.
And so, for a couple of days, I was like walking around downtown Austin, sometimes meeting up with my friend Laura, because she was there with another production company that she's working on other projects with. And seeing what parties I could get into, just because I did not have a badge, because a badge is like $1,200.
Oh my God.
That's where you can get into everything. And like, girl, I'm not doing that. I'm only there for 2 days. I got to fly back for the Oscars. And so we went to like a couple of like parties and everything. South by Southwest is, I believe this is the first year, because it's always been described to me as a film festival, but it's like there's a film festival component, but there's also like a music festival component, and gradually it's become like a tech
thing. I've heard of that, yeah.
But this is, I think, the first or second year, I don't remember, where all of those mediums are combined. So it was kind of a hodgepodge of everything. And so I was going to these events, and I was just like, every event was kind of just like, go to this mixer. And I was just there and just like, oh, it's the same as all the other events, which is nice.
Did you network?
I met some cool people, people who were like interested in talking about specific things with my movie and everything. So I think it was a worthwhile adventure and everything.
That's amazing.
The flight back from Austin when I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Is this a red eye?
This is, yes. It was a 5 a.m. flight.
Okay.
You may have heard Austin Airport is having some issues. I believe the TSA workers I don't know if they're officially on strike, but there's some sort of like they're not getting paid what they should be getting paid.
I did not hear this.
They're not coming to work, which is essentially a strike.
Yeah.
But I think some people are volunteering to work for free or something like that. So not scabbing, like they're not getting paid, but like, I forget how it works. It's been unclear, but they were like security lines are out the doors. Like you need to show up like probably 3 hours before your flight.
Not okay.
I show up 3.5 hours before my flight. First of all, this is before the airport is even open, and there's no one there to tell people what lines to get into. Like,
so you just like get in the line?
Do you want to check a bag? Do you want to go right through security? Do you want to print your boarding pass? So we're all trying to figure it out ourselves. Complete disaster. Like it's such a huge mess. And so then that finally happens, and like getting my bag checked, that wasn't that bad. But then I get in the security line, and it is just not moving. Like I was in that line for like an hour at one point, and it was like, oh, I've moved 2 little rows, and it goes all the way down here. And I was like, there is no way I am making this flight. And if I do not make a flight back to fucking LA and am able to sit on a damn couch in front of a TV and watch the Oscars, I will hurl myself into the Gulf of Mexico.
Glad it didn't come to that.
No, it didn't, because after like an hour and a half in the security line, the line started eventually moving.
Okay.
Like much faster. And it was like, okay, more people probably showed up and everything. But then there was an Oscar miracle. I looked at my ticket and it said Priority Express line.
Oh.
And I was like, who bestowed this upon me? I am but a mere casual Southwest Airlines flyer.
Right.
I'm not a frequent flyer. But like, for some reason, this was printed on my ticket. So I showed the guy and I was like, Is this
a thing?
Am I?
You got the golden ticket, bitch.
I was fucking Charlie
You
Bucket, and I had the golden ticket, and he was like, "Oh yeah, get in the express line," and I was through security in 5 seconds.
Wow.
I still like, if the line was moving at this point at a pace fast enough where I think I would have barely made my flight if I had stayed in the regular line, but that's after arriving at the airport 3.5 hours before. Yeah, so I was freaking out about that. So I get home and I'm so happy to be home. I have to film an audition, which I am like, I'm so exhausted. I'm running on 3 hours of sleep because my flight was at 5. I woke up at 6:30 LA time. And so I am like, okay, I'm going to film this audition. Then we're going to go to Matt Palmer's so I can sit and watch the red carpets on Matt Palmer's couch in peace. And remember how last week my car died in the middle of the highway? Well, there she was again.
Not on the highway.
Not on the highway. Literally a mile and a half away from Matt Palmer's. And so I was like, God damn it. So I was like, let me call to get it towed. Then the same thing happened. 15 minutes later, I turn the car on. It starts driving. I'm like, okay, let me drive to Matt Palmer's. I'm able to park in front of Matt Palmer's. I stop the car. And I'm like, let me try turning the car on again. Turn it, nothing happens. So my car is dead outside of Matt Palmer's right now. For those of you who don't know, I live on the complete opposite side of town as Matt Palmer. The mechanic that I would like to go to is on the other side of town. If I get it towed to a mechanic on Matt Palmer's side of town, an Uber would be like $75 each way. So I don't really know what to do. If anyone has any suggestions, let me know. I don't want to talk about it anymore, though. So let's talk about something
My
else.
suggestion is just don't drive that thing home, and everything else we'll figure out.
Yeah.
I don't think I did too much with my week. I did watch a movie that maybe I will talk about later. I keep thinking about things I could talk about later, but I watched a movie that was not nominated for any Oscars, and it was really great. And I watched that last night, and that was great. But a lot of the weekend was honestly prep for the Oscar party tonight, and like making sure we had all of the plans. Because, you know, if you have 25 people at your house, you got to have, you know, the food and the seats. It's a lot of seating. And so there's dealing with that. And then with all the food, it's just we wanted to make sure no one went too hungry. You know, we wanted people to be comfortable and to have all the necessities that they needed, you know, to get through a 4-hour ceremony. And so we did that. And and so then we watched the Oscars today. And do you want to jump into those Oscars? How we feel about it? How we feel about Conan O'Brien? How we feel about the winners?
I thought it was all good. I don't really know what there is really to say about it other than I think it was a very smooth ceremony, a very entertaining ceremony.
I really loved the Conan opening where he was running as Amy Madigan.
And that was the first I show up at Jackson's, all just oh my God.
Jackson and Matt's. I also live here.
Yeah. Please, he's the one cleaning up the party right now. So
I'll be out there soon.
Right now, this is his house. And so he was just my prediction, Conan O'Brien's going to dress up as Amy Madigan in Weapons.
Did he say that?
First thing he said. That. And what happened first thing at the Oscars, Conan O'Brien is dressed up like Amy Madigan.
Wow.
And so I was like, Jackson, you are a psychic. Congratulations. And then he goes through all the movies dressed as Amy Madigan with all the kids chasing him and everything through all the different plot points of all the movies nominated for Best Picture, which I thought was really fun. I thought his monologue was really fun.
He was hilarious. And the thing is,
good.
I was watching Drag Race this past weekend, and they had a roast of a former queen, Alyssa Edwards, who's a very big famous queen from the show. And there was a drag artist named Darlene, and who sometimes Darlene's not the funniest. There's better roast comedians in the bunch, but she just was so good at being oh, that joke fell flat. I'll just make a weird face and do something funny with my body, and people will laugh. And she won the whole challenge. And there were moments during Conan's monologue and during some of his jokes where it's this was a B+ joke, but you being ridiculous and commenting on how the audience didn't really laugh at that made it so much better. It's just he is such a natural. You know, I'm a Conan stan.
You love Conan.
I grew up loving Conan. I think he is perfect for this gig. I hope he does it for the rest of his life. They said he might in the end credits that he'd get the lifetime appointment, even though they did kill him after that. But whatever. I think he's a brilliant host and a brilliant comedian, and I would watch him do anything because his sense of humor always hits for me.
Well, he's not going to be host again next year because you saw what happened to him at the end.
All right, it's going to be Mr. Beast.
Hey,
but if we're at 100K, maybe we can get famous enough to knock Mr. Beast out of the top spot.
He can absolutely be more famous than Mr. Beast this time next year.
I don't. I don't think that's true. He has a competitive reality show on Amazon.
If I can get through that line and not miss my flight
true.
And somehow magically become priority,
anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
To quote Mariah, nothing is impossible.
Yeah. And I thought the winners were very fun. I mean, we started off with obviously my favorite category, which is Best Supporting Actress, and it was one that that was like pretty, like people were anticipating like, ooh, what's it going to be? Like Amy Madigan was considered the slight front runner,
right.
like especially since the SAG Awards, but people were like, oh, it could be Woonmi, or there could still, be that love for like Tiana and everything. And there's also those Sentimental Value girls who are fucking great. But I think Amy Madigan's win is just so exciting for me because her first Oscar nomination was in the 80s for Twice in a Lifetime. And all this time, she's had a very good career. Like she won a Golden Globe for in 1990 for a TV miniseries.
Okay.
So she's like had success and everything. She's been in this, she's been in that and everything. But like she was never like a household name in the same way that like her husband Ed Harris, for example, is and everything. And just like seeing just this woman who has had such like a steady and respectable and like a career I would dream to have, like a career like. Get this amazing part, like this iconic role, and like seeing her husband, like Ed, so like proud of her that like in this moment in her life, she's getting this huge honor, and she is the second oldest winner in the Best Supporting Actress category ever at 75. The oldest is Peggy Ashcroft. She was 77. She is also the first person since Julianne Moore, which was in 2014, to win, the 2015 ceremony, whatever, it's complicated, to win an acting Oscar when they are the only nominee for their film.
Interesting.
And she is the first person since Jodie Foster and Anthony Hopkins from the 1991 year to win an Oscar for a horror movie.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Good for Amy Madigan. Breaking records.
I know. So, and her speech was really fun. Yeah. And what other awards were there?
The other acting ones. I mean, to me, since I'm not as plugged in on the boards as you are, so I was still thinking that it was neck and neck between Timothée Chalamet and Michael B. Jordan. And so seeing Michael B. Jordan's name be called as Best Leading Actor was very exciting for me. Like I'm not a Marty Supreme fan, but like if Timmy had won, I'd be like, yes, he did give a good performance in this movie that I never want to see again. But it just was exciting because it was like, Michael B. Jordan during this award season has had such a roller coaster of like, oh, you're not in the conversation essentially, to like, oh, wow, you're kind of surprised winning things.
Honestly, before the nominations came out, people were kind of like, oh yeah, he'll likely get nominated, but if he doesn't, will it be that big of a shock? Like he was very much in that category. Yes. So for him to like build up that buzz and pull out the win like in the very last minute and everything, when all year long everything was just like, it's Timothée Chalamet's year, it's Timothée Chalamet's year. They're promoting the hell out of Marty Supreme and how it's such an acting vehicle for him, and he was great in it and everything. But this is why I love following the Oscars. It's very much like politics, which is kind of gross to say like about like an artistry. Like you don't want to talk about it like that, but it's true that this exists. Like I love dissecting the Oscars because I love observing trends, observing, things in pop culture, like something that someone does or what the public is in the mood for certain years. We were just talking about how in 2021, all year long was The Power of the Dog was the best picture frontrunner for so long. But then last minute, people were just like, fuck this. We just got out of COVID. We want a feel-good movie. Let's go. Coda, baby. You're our answer. And so it's just interesting. And that, even though you don't want to think of art in that way, it is kind of how we think of art. Like sometimes we consume art and we're just like, I'm not in the mood for this right now, or like, oh, this really speaks to what I'm feeling in this moment for whatever reason. It could be internal. It could be things that are happening externally. So, it's just very interesting to observe. And to watch Michael B. Jordan go from like, oh, he might not even get nominated to, oh, he's now the front runner was just very fun and interesting to watch. His speech was so wonderful, like how he thanked all of his family. I don't know. I felt really proud of him in a way. And it's always weird when you feel proud of people who are like so objectively way more successful than you in every aspect of their lives, but still it's like I want good things for him. He seems like a nice guy, a good person, and just seeing his trajectory has been really wonderful. I also felt very similarly about when Ryan Coogler won. Was it best original screenplay? Oh, original screenplay, seeing him on stage and giving his speech, it was just like he also just is like the most likable guy. It's so obvious to me why they always push him into interviews. I feel like there's some director auteur types who are like, we'll keep you behind the camera, but he is so likable, so winning, and like seems like
like such a kind person. I loved his joke Conan's joke about him where Conan was like, Ryan Coogler always says he doesn't like to vote in these things. He's not in the Academy because he doesn't want to critique his fellow like artists' work. And he's like, unlike all you bitches.
Oh yeah, you fucking pricks.
Who seemed pretty fine with that. That was like a great, really funny moment.
That was really funny. That win, actually, this is the 15th consecutive year that Best Original Screenplay was written by the director.
Oh, interesting.
The winner of Best Original Screenplay.
Yeah.
That's 15 years in a row. That's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And then, there was a lot of Paul Thomas Anderson, a lot of One Battle After Another. Yeah,
and that's a huge deal as well because Paul Thomas Anderson has been like a huge name for 30 years like in the film industry and has never it was famously never won an Academy Award for anything. And so it was so exciting seeing him finally win his first award. The casting director who won for One Battle After Another said to him, she's just like, Paul, I won before you did.
I know, that was
like,
so
I have
funny.
an Oscar before you.
Thank God he won later in the telecast because
know.
if he hadn't, that would not have aged well.
That category was the biggest surprise of the night by a mile, because I think, even though I was always predicting One Battle After Another for director and picture and everything, I was like, oh, but Sinners, casting is going to go to Sinners. I think most people were predicting Sinners for best cast. I believe I say it in the video. I'm just like, this is a slam dunk. Sinners is winning casting because people love that cast so much. Yeah. So I was just like, oh, it's going to be Sinners and everything. So when it was One Battle After Another, I was just like, okay, Sinners, hang it up. You're not winning Best Picture. Sorry. Like after the SAG Awards and people felt the love for Sinners and everything, it was like, could Sinners win Best Picture and everything? Yeah. People were kind of like, oh, maybe. After that huge casting surprise, I was just like, oh yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna happen. But then Sinners had a little bit of a surprise win in cinematography.
What were you thinking was gonna win that?
I think most people were predicting Train Dreams.
It was beautiful. I just watched Train Dreams a few nights ago. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, but Sinners has those incredible, iconic moments, especially that. The moment with the music traveling through generations. And
I love how they kind of recreated that on stage
tonight.
That performance was
fantastic.
I need to know the young man's name, the actor who plays the musician.
Miles Canton.
I love, that is a vocal performance. That song is also incredible. Of course, Golden is such a slam dunk. It's kind of hard to beat a song as inescapable as Golden is.
Sure, yeah.
But every time he performs it, every time he sings, that song, the music, it's just this is otherworldly. What great. A heavenly vocal, and I love that song so much.
It's just such I sitting in the movie theater for that moment in the movie, I was just like, oh, fuck. Right. This is an incredible moment. And I have to it felt like that moment on the stage live. That was just as well filmed. I was like, why is this just as good as in the movie? It was really, really cool how it was done. I love the audience interaction with the lights in Golden. Getting all those actors to
was so funny.
Bob their little things.
Now you fuckers are at the Eras tour. Act like it. I did feel a little bad for Golden. Not that obviously it was an amazing performance, but I was like, can't let them do the full song. I felt like the Sinners cast were up there for a while, and I also felt like we've cut Diane Warren and all the other nominees.
Cut all those other songs, the Train Dream song.
Yes,
I know, that's
sing
rude.
All the verses, and especially because EJ, the lead vocalist there, could sing all those notes live, which is the ranginess of Golden. I feel like we don't talk enough about as a culture. If I were to, in my wildest dreams, have written Golden, I would have rewritten one of the parts being who's gonna sing this? Why would I give someone notes this low and notes this high that kind of can't be dodged? But she's like, no, I got it. It's you better work, EJ, a vocalist.
Excellent, so good. I wish we had all the other songs performed because it's only fair.
Yeah,
it's such Diane Warren was probably sitting there being like, I would have loved people with lights in the audience bopping to my song too.
Yeah,
but what can you do? The Oscars are never fair, but when Sinners, after the One Battle After Another, one casting and everything, and I loved seeing a casting director talk because just her personality is so different from the other category, people who talked in categories who you can tell were so much more PR trained.
Totally.
You can tell casting directors are just not PR. She got up there and she was lovely and fun, but she was just no. She was, I was like, oh, she I feel like casting directors as an industry don't get this type of spotlight.
No.
So they usually don't know how to like speak in these moments. Not that she didn't know how to speak, but like it's just there was a different. And it was a more like, oh, she's more like me energy.
Yes, exactly.
Like it's like that's what I would look like if I was up there. But then when Sinners surprised and won cinematography, which by the way, congratulations to the first woman cinematographer to ever win Best Cinematography in 98 years of the Academy Awards.
Which is insanity, by the way.
Insane. Women are half the population.
What's her last name? Autumn?
Oh, I forget.
I'll look her up.
Yeah, look it up.
Autumn Durald.
And so congratulations. Like that was such a huge moment. And I think the great thing that cinematography had, aside from like also being gorgeous, is like it really had moments like the music moment that really like stuck with you in terms of like movement and stuff like that. So I totally understood her win and everything. And so after she won, I was kind of like, wait, could Sinners still? I was like, wait, but I was like, no, it doesn't make any sense. One battle after another won all of the precursors except for SAG, which doesn't usually matter for like best picture like, in terms of like predicting the Oscars. And I was like, wait, I don't know what's gonna happen. Fuck. So, but what else? Jessie Buckley was the biggest slam dunk in terms of acting awards for the night. Sean Penn, congratulations on your third Oscar.
Sorry you couldn't make time to be there.
He was busy. He was at the Austin airport. He's still in line right now. Kieran Culkin, he on the red carpet was being interviewed, and they were just like, and it was announced that like Sean Penn was not going to go to the Oscars.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, Kieran, aren't you? What? It's so wonderful that like someone like Robert Downey Jr. got to hand the Oscar off to you. What's it going to feel like when you get to hand the Oscar off to someone else?" And he was just like, "Well, I hope I'm able to do it." Like it's basically insinuating like, there's a chance I won't.
He might not be here tonight.
Yeah. But yeah, and then, Best Director happened. Paul Thomas Anderson finally has his Best Director Oscar for a movie that I think is very worthy of it. Like, it's an excellent movie. And then Best Picture came. One battle after another was held strong throughout the entire season. The In Memoriam section, you were away because you were preparing dinner.
No, I wasn't preparing anything, but there were some of Jackson's friends who I'd seen come in while after the show had started, and I hadn't really gotten to talk to them, and they were outside in the back kind of chit-chatting and not really watching. And, someone had a baby. So I was like, let me go say hi and say hi to the baby. And so I saw that. I did see a part of Barbara Streisand singing The Way We Were, right?
For Robert Redford.
Robert Redford.
And it was kind of surprising. First of all, it was a great In Memoriam section. Like, everyone online is like, this is one of the best In Memoriam sections like we've ever seen at the Oscars.
Wow.
Like, it was really well done. The people they had like speak for specific people, like Rachel McAdams talking about Diane Keaton and everything, because they had the connection with the family Stone, and Barbara Streisand coming out to talk about Robert Redford, and then still behind the podium just picking up a microphone and singing the end of The Way We Were. Iconic. It's like, give us that ending and give us a little ad lib at the end. All of the people who starred in Rob Reiner films, like standing like in a line and like turning around to like look at a movie. It created a nice, beautiful little visual of a silhouette of people watching, a big screen. And I thought the In Memoriam section was really lovely.
I need to watch it. I feel like, especially with the Rachel McAdams, Diane Keaton stuff, like that's, Family Stone's one of my movies.
Oh, that's yours, yeah.
So I need to catch up on that when I get a chance.
Yeah. And I think they did a good job at highlighting the movies that were, nominated this year. I feel like there are some years where they don't want to like shy away from showing clips and showing this and that. And it's like, no, people want to tune in and like see what is nominated.
Totally.
They want to know what this movie is about. They want to know what the costumes look like that are nominated for best costumes, because otherwise they're just sitting there watching a bunch of people pat themselves on the back.
Right.
Which, like, I understand as someone who does like it's more than just sitting there patting, like it's years and years of hard work. But people who don't work in the movie industry or do something like that, they don't see all the hard work that goes into stuff like this.
Right.
And so they want to see like what they're cheering for.
Oh, well, no, I like it. It was very film focused. I was happy with the winners. I'm glad we spread the wealth a little bit. I mean, it was kind of the One Battle and Sinners show.
Sinners show, yeah.
But both great movies and two of the ones that I watched. So I'm glad that I was in the know and I watched the ones that won some awards. And yeah, happy for all of our winners and very much enjoyed it. But before I forget, we had a lot going on this past week. But usually,
did we? I couldn't tell.
I know. Usually, we do a 2 Gay Mats Patreon Oscar pool. And so it was like yesterday morning, and I was talking in the Discord. I was like, hey, do you guys still want to do this? It's not a lot of time to get your votes in, but like, would people still be into an Oscar pool? And I was like, oh, got a good response. People were into it. And so I was like, okay. I posted it up, I believe, yesterday at around maybe noon, a little before noon. I think we got over 30 submissions.
Okay.
And we have some 3 big winners. I believe all 3 of these people got 17 out of the 19 available points. We have a few tiebreaker categories like the international shorts and animated shorts, things like that. And we had 3 people who I believe, yes, got 17 out of 19 points available. One of whom is one of the people who's often in the chat. I don't know if they're here tonight, but Olaf, congratulations. You were one of the top vote getters. You didn't quite snag the top spot, but only because of some tiebreaker voting. Secondly, a person who voted in the Discord who wanted to have this Oscar pool, even though it was late in the game. You also got so very close, but because of one of your tiebreaker votes, didn't quite get the number 1, but we need to shout you out. Jacob Spees, the icon, the legend, a vocalist, songwriter. Not everybody has that. And then our number 1 is someone who I need to reach out to. Maybe I am familiar with them in the, Kathy community, and I'm just not knowing from the name because she only went by one name. One name, and that name is Katy. Katy spelled like Katy Perry, Katy. It could be Katy Perry. I don't think so, but you never know. But congratulations to Katy.
If Katy Perry's lurking around our Discord,
she can't be happy with. Well, we talk so well about Never Really Over. Maybe she's happy with us.
Of course.
But we say some shit too, I'm sure.
We say shit about each other. We only talk shit about people we love.
That's the thing. So congratulations, Katy. I will reach out to you about picking our next patron requested review. Also, since Natalia won for the bracketology for the Traders thing, she picked tonight actually, and she wants us to do a review of Britney Spears' Blackout as our next patron requested video. But after that, it'll be Katy's pick. She'll be looking at all of the existing patron requests and deciding what she wants to pull to the top of the list. So congrats again to Katy, to Jacob, to Olaf, and to everyone who submitted in the past day or so. We appreciate you very much, and congrats to all
to all the Oscar winners and nominees.
Yes.
Not everybody has that.
Not everybody does.
No.
Should we, I guess that was the beginning of the news for idiots. Should we jump into the rest of the news for idiots?
Yeah, what else happened?
There are a couple of things, nothing too crazy. Rumor has it, and I know we keep saying this every week, just like trying to manifest it, but maybe the manifestation is working because it seems like Olivia Rodrigo is really coming back.
Great.
Apparently there is a wall. Like the thing is, if someone is young in the chat and can figure this out for me, apparently there is a wall somewhere in LA that was painted purple with a like kind of OR insignia, like new font put on it. And that was to be teasing the new Olivia Rodrigo era. Okay. But then the wall has since been painted lighter and lighter colors. Like we're going from purple to pink, and we might be landing on red. Who's to say?
Okay.
I also saw like maybe during the ceremony that somebody found a lock that said OR in the same font, the same little stamp, and then the lock said April on it. And I'm like, does the lock mean something? I don't know. All I can tell you is that Olivia, your favorite artist of the 2010s or whatever.
Yes.
Of the new millennium or whatever.
2020s.
Is coming back very soon.
All right.
All signs are pointing.
In a different color, a different shade.
And it's time. Like, I know everyone's like, oh, we shouldn't make women do different things every era. Like, guys just put on white t-shirts and jeans and call it a day, which I agree with. But those 2 album covers look like they're from the same photo shoot. That's literally like my only qualm with Guts in general is that cover. It's like, this looks like Sour Part 2, and it's not that. It's a great album, one that's better than Sour in my humble opinion. So I can't wait to see what she's giving. There's a rumor on the boards that the album is called Amor.
Amor, so we're gonna make it red.
Yes,
maybe
we could make it red.
The rumor on the board.
Hey,
who on the boards knows the ins and outs?
There's a room like the people are saying, "Oh, I know someone who's at her label." Blah blah blah. So I just have to report from the boards. I think I might be the last person there, and so it's important that I can share with you what's the talk on the boards is. So if it's Amor, the boards are true.
All right.
All right.
The boards might be true, guys.
They might be true.
It's just the boards. It's not like you probably heard it from one person on the boards, and
it's the boards.
It's just the boards. Everyone is the boards.
Yes.
We are the boards.
We are the boards. It's true. Speaking of comebacks, the Pussycat Dolls have officially announced their reunion with only 3 members.
I wouldn't say the Pussycat Dolls. I would say some Pussycat Dolls.
They're still going by the name Pussycat Dolls. There are 3 members, including Nicole Scherzinger, Kimberly Wyatt, and Ashley Roberts. They announced tour dates and a new song, Club Song, dropped last week. Jessica Sudden revealed to a fan that she and Carmit were not invited to this reunion despite being a part of the 2020 reunion that was eventually canceled due to COVID. Quote from Jessica, "They've been planning this for a year and clearly didn't ask me or Carmit. We're finding out everything the same time as you." I think Jessica has taken to her Instagram or something being like, hey, by the way, like, long story short, I wouldn't be able to do it anyway. I've been dealing with like pain or illness of some kind that would have, precluded her from being a part of this reunion, but she just wanted to be asked. She wanted to be given a heads up so that when the news came out, it wasn't like such a shock. And so she's dealing with it, but like 3 out of 5, it's like, remember when the Spice Girls, what were they called? Like Melanon or
Gem. That was not an official thing.
Okay, well.
It was Jerry, Emma, and Mel B.
Yeah.
And they were like, ooh, like if, Mel C and Victoria don't want to put out any new music, maybe we could put out music, the 3 of us. And it didn't happen. They had a little photo shoot in a bed with some birthday hats and some balloons and some
Why birthday hats?
Cake. I don't know. I don't know what the photo shoot, but at the time I didn't question it. I just got excited.
I think they got some negative feedback from that. And they're like, you know what? I don't think people want this. Which is fine.
I would have been down.
You would have been.
Yeah.
Would you have been happier or more annoyed if they'd called it the Spice Girls and it was just the 3 of them?
I don't know. I was just happy they were doing something.
All right.
Yeah, the thing with the Pussycat Dolls, it's like they had that reunion in 2020 and it was looking like it was going good. Like it was like, this song React is fun.
Excellent.
So good. They're about to go on tour and then things happened.
Yes, things happened. I mean, Jeff is mentioning in the chat that also, what about Melody? She was not a part of it. Yes, but Melody wasn't a part of the 2020 reunion. And I think has since pretty publicly been like, I hate them. Or I hate Nicole at least. But yeah, she also is not going to be a part of it. We haven't listened to Club Song yet. I'm hoping that maybe on Wednesday or something we can go through a few of these songs. So I feel like there have been songs that have come out, like the new Ray single and like just a couple of new tracks that I'm like, we should just sit down and listen to them, put it on Patreon, be like, hey, we got to catch up with some of the music that slipped through the cracks for us.
I'm tired.
I'm Look at this guy. He's so very tired. We're making it through. Don't worry.
Get an Uber all the way up here.
You too. But hey, Maya and Lil Kim are going to go on tour with the Pussycat Dolls. They're opening.
Okay, great.
So maybe Nicole will do the Pink and Christina parts of Lady Marmalade.
Nicole, just sing the score of Sunset Boulevard. I'll see that.
I mean, I don't think the other girls want that. But speaking of another single that dropped that we need to listen to for Patreon, Casey Musgraves has dropped a new single and a music video for a song entitled Dry Spell.
And the visuals for this look honky tonk.
They look honky tonk.
And I'm ready for honky tonk, Casey.
And we realize everybody hates when we talk about Casey Musgraves because you're all like, we like Golden Hour or whatever, which is great for y'all. But for those of us who are all about her first 2 albums and have been waiting for that sound to reappear for Casey for such a long time, this is our time, all right?
Yeah.
It's our night.
Because it was also like A Deeper Well was nice, had nice moments and everything, but you hear The Architect.
Yeah.
You hear the song The Architect and you're just like, this. And like, it's not that like The Architect is even like honky tonk, but it's like there's something here that is in this song that is not in the other. It's
the storytelling. It's like we're highlighting the storytelling over the vibe. You know, like I don't need to feel like I'm floating on a cloud. I need you to tell me a story.
Yeah.
You know?
Can I speak to the architect?
Yes.
And like country music just lends itself to more storytelling.
It does.
And
it does.
Casey's good at it, so I'm excited about the visuals of it. It's like a cowboy belt or something.
Yes, I think the album cover has come out. So the album is going to feature artists like Willie Nelson, Miranda Lambert, and Billy Strings.
Oh, they all have Southern accents. I don't know who Billy String is, but I'm putting a Southern accent on it.
I'm positive he does too.
Great. I love you, Billy.
I just am so ready for this. I'm so ready for this Casey era, and I think it's going to be an era for the 2 of us. I hope all of y'all can get on board, but if you don't, at least we'll be happy. At least.
And if y'all can't, well, y'all can't.
Y'all just can't get on board.
Y'all just can't get on board.
Can't honky tonk with the best of them. Well.
We should talk in Southern accents the entire album reaction.
I don't think people would like that.
Why not?
I don't know. I feel like it'd be annoying after a little bit. Okay, there's more drama around Euphoria that I don't really want to get into. Labyrinth, who's like the musical artist who's been a part of the show for so long, is upset, says he's done with the music industry, says fuck the music industry, fuck Euphoria. There's never not drama with Euphoria, you know, from the top down, you know? So best of luck to all y'all. Maybe I'll tune in for the first couple of episodes. If it's shitty, I'll turn it off. But I just want y'all to wrap this up because it's like, it's become Glee. You know what I mean? Like it's all drama, no show.
And it's kind of like people want it back so bad, so bad, so bad. But it's at a point now where it's just like the main actors are all like, they're so expensive. Yeah. Those paychecks are so expensive. And everyone has their own set of demands and everything where it's just becoming a big chaotic mishmash mess of a show, it seems. And y'all don't want that. You want it to come back and have it be good. Then like have it come back and just be like, what is this?
Right. What is this and why is this? So we'll see. Did you see this Live Nation thing? No. There were employees that were bragging about price gouging their customers, calling them so stupid in new court documents. I'm seeing 2 regional directors of ticketing for Live Nation venues, Ben Baker and Jeff Weinhold. There was a conversation from 2022 that was released from official court documents. Baker wrote that these people are so stupid for paying such high ticket fees. Weinhold noted that he had a VIP parking at a show priced up to $250 for one spot. I almost feel bad for taking advantage of them. In another exchange, Baker bragged about charging $50 to park in the grass, $60 for closer grabs. Robbing them blind, baby, he wrote. That's how we do it.
Woof.
It's like we as a culture, we as people who have gone to a show or like bought concert tickets. I bought fucking concert tickets to see the last 5 years in a few weeks.
Baby, those South by Southwest badges.
This is what I'm saying. It's like we all know this is happening, but the fact that you are so proud of like scamming people, you guys are just scammers with a 9-to-5. Like your 9-to-5 is scamming us, the like consumer, and like how you think it's cute, it's funny, or something that should be messaged about. And again, they're not even private text messages, which I guess could be subpoenaed. These are Slacks. These are like their official conversations. The things I say in Slack during my day job couldn't be more PG. One time in a general channel, someone wrote, "Oh, I didn't know that this was like a kind of serious place. I thought it was just for having fun. I've deleted my message." I was like, what was the message, girl? I must know. So, I mean,
were we getting the hot office gossip?
I never got it, but I was curious. My antenna went up. But
see,
again,
this is why working from home sucks, because you can't be a part of all the fun office drama.
I know, but I'm going to see some people from my job in person this week, so maybe I'll ask them. Somebody maybe saw it.
Okay.
But yes, just Live Nation and Ticketmaster, like you guys are monopolies and you're taking advantage of people who are truly trying to experience art, experience music. These are young people just trying to like experience life in a very full way. And like the fact that you talk about them, about us, about people like this, is just so gross. And we all knew it. This isn't news, but the fact that you are so proud of yourselves for this turns my stomach.
Sure.
Period. Okay? Oh, I don't want to talk about the Hugh Jackman stuff. Did you see that?
No.
He sang at Rupert Murdoch's
No, we're good.
birthday party.
We're good.
Rupert also received a video from Trump. It's like, Hugh?
Okay, Hugh. Hope that check cleared.
Was Sutton Foster there?
No, she would never.
Okay.
She would never.
This is what I'm saying. Like, Hugh... And the thing is, I'd been thinking mean things about Hugh earlier, and I felt bad because I was like, oh, maybe he's a nice guy, but I feel less bad now because I was listening to the 10th anniversary of Les Mis, that concert, and I was like, fuck this, Valjean. See, this is what we should have been doing in that movie. Fuck Hugh Jackman. He can't sing like this.
The OG Valjean, Colm Wilkinson.
Yes. If you can't film him or someone as good, hang it up. Flat
He
screen.
was in the movie. He was the bishop. The part you were.
Hey, I was, which, by the way, isn't enough to do. I can confirm.
Which is why they also made you the voice at the back of the barricade.
Yes, but it still wasn't enough. But yeah, so the fact that Hugh Jackman was singing for Rupert Murdoch's birthday makes me feel less bad about the mean things I was thinking while listening to that incredible show. Incredible performances. Like, lay us along. I mean, we could go on about Les Mis and that 10th anniversary edition specifically for a while.
It was a great night.
It was a great night.
October 3rd, 1995.
Let's see.
October 7th? October 3rd. Whatever.
I don't know. Hudson Williams and Francois Arnault have condemned hate comments. Apparently, the heated rivalry from Standum, which I watched the show. I liked the show, but I'm not like in the Standum. Apparently, there's been an uptick of like racist comments left for Hudson and supposedly ageist comments left for Francois, and they had to like denounce it on their Instagrams. I don't know what y'all are doing, but you don't know these people. It's a television show. You like, they all were at work. Like, I get it. Parasocial, like, relationships feel real to you. They're not real. I don't know Mariah Carey. I can't tell her what to do. I can't write in her comments, I believe you do X, Y, and Z, and like, you should do this. Just because I love her doesn't mean I know her. And let's all talk to ourselves in the mirror. Let's have a dose of reality in our lives. I believe we can do it. Leave these boys alone.
You don't even know what your coworker said during work.
I don't.
Like, there are people in your life who you don't know.
That's true. Even the people you do know, you might not.
Might not.
You know? I think that's it that I really want to discuss. I felt a little, not bad, but like Timmy got whacked a few times about those comments tonight.
From some random guy in his speech.
I know. It just was like, it was a whacking.
I thought Conan's first joke with him was cute, and I was like, okay. And you could tell he was sitting there, and he was like, that's
He's
enough.
like, oh, I should have thrown in jazz. Like, good joke.
Yes,
funny.
Good joke.
But it kept coming up.
It kept coming up.
And then he lost it. It just, it was not the night to be Timmy. I hope Kylie is being very nice to him tonight. You know, give him a little back rub. You know, scratching his back. Timmy, you did good. It's okay.
You did good. You're one of the greats.
This will all blow over.
Yes,
You'll win
it will blow over. I think the reason why people love talking about it so much is because like it's so low stakes drama.
Right.
Like he'll be fine. Like his reputation is not tarnished forever. But it's just like it's low stakes.
It's low stakes, but it's also like so pointed that like if you were affected, you'd be pissed.
Sure.
You know, like if you are an opera performer or someone who frequents the opera, ballet dancer who've still dedicated their lives, I get the reaction to it. But I mean, he's been getting whacked all week. But also a positive from that which was the story is that opera ticket sales and ballet ticket sales have gone up in the past week or two.
Thank you, Timmy.
Comments. So I won't say thank you, Timmy.
Good job, Timmy.
Yes, there is a silver lining, right?
There should be a theater named after him. Some opera house somewhere.
Oh, let's not push it. Let's not push it. Is there any other news for idiots you'd like to share with the people?
I don't think so.
Okay,
How are you
guys.
feeling after the Oscars? You're Irish. You should be proud that the very first, because Jessie Buckley is the very first Irish actress to win an Oscar for leading actress.
You know, I'm proud of her. I didn't.
You're
see
probably
Hannah.
cousins.
I don't think we're cousins. I mean, I feel like now that 23andMe is really, I think it's bankrupt. We were all supposed to take all our information down from them. Like, I don't know where I can double check this or like, I mean, but yeah, every time St. Patrick's Day comes around. And by the way, if you don't know the lore, I did a 23andMe a year or two ago, and it came back that I was like a fifth Irish or something, too Irish for a black person. And so I've been confused ever since.
How much Irish are you? Too Irish for a black person?
Exactly. And so I've been confused ever since, but every time St. Patrick's Day comes around, I'm like, so is this, am I? Because I don't
do it. Come on.
I don't feel, I like Bailey's.
I mean, like, I don't think you ever really feel Irish unless like you like know you're Irish and you don't necessarily know that you're Irish.
I mean, if I'm trusting,
lean in.
there are rumors that I'm Irish.
Lean in if you want.
I'm just gonna take a pause. Every time I think about it, I take a pause.
I'm gonna take a pause from my heritage.
My heritage that I cannot confirm and I find confusing. That's the only heritage I need to take a pause from.
Sure.
Anyways, anything else you'd like to tell the people before we take a quick break?
So.
Guys, we will be back with more Two Gay Mats, the podcast, in just a moment.
Let's get the show on the road, folks.
It's so funny.
On the road, ironic.
It's so funny because I was very much like, oh my gosh, when we get back together, is it almost going to be too easy? Like, is everything just going to be going too smoothly? Yeah. Then my internet's been going out, your car's been going out. It's just like, well, question answered. The answer is no. There will always be obstacles, but we'll figure it out.
But Matt Palmer, tell the people what they need to do to live wonderful, fulfilling lives.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to and or watching the podcast. If you enjoy us, please go to your Spotify and or your Apple Podcasts and leave us a 5-star rating or review. We do only accept 5 stars, so if you have something negative to say, you can keep it to yourself. And also, if you really enjoy us, go to patreon.com/2gaymats where you can get extra bonus content from us so very regularly. There's so much fun shit happening there all the time. This is where when we react to the new Casey song and the new Pussycat Dolls song, all the new songs we haven't reacted to. That's going to be on Patreon only. So be there. You can join the Discord, meet friends you just haven't met yet. And it's a lovely place to be. Wouldn't you say, Matt Steele?
I would say it's the best place to be.
Hello, and now we said it.
Yeah.
But Matt Steele.
Yes.
What section of the podcast are we in?
We are on Email My Heart, and this is the section of the podcast where we answer any questions that you guys might have. You can be a part of Email My Heart if you email us at 2gaymats@gmail.com. 2 is spelled TWO. We have an Oscars question from Mr. Brian. He says, in honor of the Oscars and the sun coming out in LA, give me your all-time favorite Oscar wins. I read this wrong the first time. I thought it was all-time favorite Oscar wins in each category, but it's just all-time in general. And also, favorite underrated albums to play in the car when the sun is out, Matt Palmer.
In the car when the sun is out. You know, I have a, which I guess I need to change it because it's called Let's Go to the Beach Each playlist that I play when it does start getting summery. But now, you know,
Problematic.
Nikki, fuck that up. But that has, I like a good, like, frivolous, up-tempo pop song for like windows down, summertime. Like, I mean, Fantasy is the most elevated version of that. I would have put Starships on that list prior to what she has done. I also think I have that Carmen song on there. What is that song called? I've been waiting all day for you to call me baby.
I don't know.
Broken Hearted is what it's called. So that's on there. I just love like a big, unabashedly positive song around the summertime, Teenage Dream, Catch a Wave by Click 5, Someone to Call My Lover, and Love Will Never Do from Janet is on there. Your Love Is My Drug by Kesha, Mannequin by Katy Perry, That's What I Want by Lil Nas X, Please Don't Fall in Love by Vincent, Always My Baby, Ever Again by Robin. There's this Let's Go to the Beach Each playlist that needs to be renamed is kind of my go-to. But there are many albums that would fall into that category as well. But those are the songs that make it feel like summer, you know?
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you with the Oscars?
Favorite Oscar wins. Favorites in Best Picture include, obviously, The Sound of Music. Obviously, I would say Amadeus as well. Also, Ordinary People. I would say those are my top 3 favorite Oscar wins. Maybe Chicago as well. I would put in there as a little sprinkle.
Okay.
West Side Story too. Whatever. Best Director. My favorite wins are, I think, like my favorite win in the category is maybe Alfonso Cuarón for Gravity.
Oh.
And obviously his win for Roma is great too. But like Gravity was like, I think the first movie where I was kind of just like, ooh, maybe I kind of want to do something like this. I don't know if I necessarily want to make a Gravity, but like...
But you certainly don't want to make something about space.
Oh, my nightmare. Horrifying. Well,
yes.
Space is so scary to me, and that's why I loved Gravity so much. I saw it 3 times in theaters.
Did you?
Yeah, because I was just like, this movie is so horrifying.
Is
and
that
like,
the most you've ever seen a movie in theaters?
no, I saw Precious 3 times.
Oh, I saw Dreamgirls 4 times.
I saw Dreamgirls twice. But, and obviously, my boy Damien Chazelle for La La Land.
Yeah.
Bob Fosse for Cabaret, I would say, is up there as well for Best Director.
Let's just do one more.
No,
category.
girl, you talked about Each, and Nicki Minaj
But
and all these songs.
I mean, you can't go through all the categories.
I'm not going through Best Sound Design or whatever.
Even though my
favorite win for Best Sound is probably The Zone of Interest. My favorite win in cinematography is Fiddler on the Roof.
Can we just pick?
No, my favorite. I don't have it giving me moments. It's fine. My favorite win in supporting actress is Monique.
He's just delaying having to figure out what to do with his car.
Favorite win in supporting actor is Timothy Hutton, even though, girl, that is category fraud.
Great.
Favorite win in leading actor is Yul Brynner in The King and I. Favorite win in leading actress is, I think maybe Hilary Swank in Boys Don't Cry.
Beautiful.
Yeah, favorite score winner is probably E.T.
Yeah.
Editing, Whiplash. Tom Cross, you're crazy. I love you. Yeah.
I think we got one more email. I think. Did you want to?
We got
answer
2
those?
more.
Oh, do you want to answer one more?
We can do one more.
Or one or 2, either way.
Oh, well, I mean, we can do both. I don't have it giving me moments. So, all right, this one is from Brad. He says, first of all, huge congratulations on your dream of 100,000 subscribers. Well, our dream is 1 million, but...
Okay, let's take one step at a time.
Next stop is 1 million, ladies and gentlemen. He says, both of you talk about your love of the Cheesecake Factory, and I've never been because there are none near me. But I am traveling to a place where there is one nearby. So I'm curious, what would you recommend? I definitely can't wait to try the brown bread everyone raves about. Are there any dishes you would recommend? Also, Matt Steele, would you ever work at the Cheesecake Factory or a big corporation restaurant? And also, did you get your job back at the restaurant? Or what are you doing now that you're back in LA? Ooh, girl, that's
It's a tough one.
We're really, also, side note, I had a question about the podcast format.
Yeah.
I used to be able to watch the full podcast recording the day after, which included the intro, chatting on breaks, and final thoughts after finishing the recording. But now it seems like it's just an edited version, making me think I need to always make the live for the full experience. Can you confirm this is the case?
Yes. You can also go to patreon.com/2gaymats where you can get those replays as a part of the Patreon package.
Like the full live stream
where
we're chatting with the people.
Yes. We put the more edited and better quality versions up on the YouTube channel for free. But if you'd like to see those replays again and you weren't able to make the live, that's the way to see those.
Yeah. Cheesecake Factory, great question.
Yes.
I don't know if I could work at a cheesecake. I feel like it's
a big menu.
It's a big it's also just I don't necessarily want to work at a restaurant again. But I don't know. It seems like you're dealing with a lot of. I like a smaller, more intimate restaurant experience. I guess I'm working that's because that's what I'm used to. But whenever I'm at the Cheesecake Factory, I always get those little lettuce cups.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Those like little appetizer lettuce cups.
I
think that's what my go-to for the Cheesecake Factory.
I like a chicken sandwich in general there, but also, let's talk about the cheesecakes. Like, I feel like there's a lot of great shit. I personally, people call me boring. I love a fresh strawberry. I like just the regular cheesecake with a little bit of strawberry on top. I'm trying to think of the other ones that I have liked in the past. There's one, I love a key lime cheesecake that they have. I think that's a really nice combination. The key lime might be a favorite of mine. I'm trying to see what else is really jumping out at me. There's just, get a cheesecake. Like, the food is good, but the brown bread and the cheesecakes are the stars, obviously.
Yeah, right? I like the regular bread too. I prefer the regular bread to the brown bread.
No.
The brown
bread's the way.
The brown bread's good. Like, I like all bread, but the regular bread I'm down for. Like,
it's fine, but it's just a little like plain Jane. But the brown bread's
because it's bread you can kind of get anywhere.
Yeah, this is like jumps off the page. So.
Sure. Yeah. Butter lettuce cups. Those are my go-to.
All right.
Cheryl wants to know. It's her 30th birthday. And she says, "Hi, Matt. I'm turning 30 this June. I'll be having a musical theater themed party with karaoke, games, theme-specific snacks, and inviting guests to dress up as their favorite musical theater character. Do you have any additional ideas to make it a memorable 30th? The trickiest thing is, tragically, the majority of my friends and family are not musical theater people. How can I make this event fun and engaging for them despite their poor taste? Sincerely, almost 30, flirty, and thriving." Just make them do it. Just make them... Be like, come as your favorite musical theater character, and if all they know is Meryl Streep and Mamma Mia, then you'll just have a bunch of Meryl Streeps and Mamma Mias.
And also, I feel like musical theater karaoke with a bunch of people who don't know musical theater is tough. So I feel like maybe, and I don't know if this feels like homework to people, but also it's your 30th birthday. It's a big birthday. It's your birthday party. Like, sometimes you got to do homework for a party, okay?
Do what you want.
Be like, prepare a musical theater song that you will be able to perform at karaoke. So it's not just me going through all of Les Mis from top to bottom, which I could do, but you guys don't want that. So come in with one musical theater song that you're ready to sing. That would be very fun. And then also, I think another way to make it fun and memorable and unique to you is like try to have musical theater themed like drinks and food. It's like things that like you'll get the inside jokes and the people that will get it, the girls that get it. But it also is like anyone who is going to be at the party, even whether or not they're a musical theater fan, will enjoy the food and drink, and just like whether they get that extra layer is up to them.
Yeah. You can do what my friend Megan did, although this is hard. My friend, for her 5th birthday party, she did a staged reading of Into the Woods. And so it was a bunch of people who tried to go through the entire show of Into the Woods with no rehearsal. She hired a pianist. And it was a complete mess, but it was really fun.
I bet.
That's a lot of work to ask of your friends.
Yes.
And family. I don't know if they would want to do that. But yeah, just like, I think it's kind of fun if they're going to this thing not really knowing much about musical theater, because it forces them to kind of have to think about it a little bit. And it would be fun to see what they can come up with, like what different ways they can be creative.
Yes.
I don't know. And also, like, if someone comes in their costume's not the most creative, exciting thing on the planet, cut them some slack.
Yes, and if they come in and you get a bunch of like, these are the Disney songs from Disney movies I grew up with, cut them some slack. That counts for them. These are musicals too.
They are. I don't necessarily. If someone came like dressed as Belle from Beauty and that's a Broadway musical. But I'm trying to think of an example of something that wasn't on Broadway.
Mulan.
Yeah, if someone can just and they're like, well, but it's a musical.
But if
it's
they
like,
sang Reflection,
then that counts.
That counts.
Yeah, but if they're like, if the job is like come as a musical theater character and they come dressed as like Disney Cinderella, I'll be like,
what is this?
No.
Sorry, I just was thinking, if you wanted to sing Reflection by Lea Salonga or Christina Aguilera, I would advise you to take a listen to the 20th anniversary version of Christina's Reflection, which is even more dramatic and belty unnecessarily. And it's just, if you want to have fun on your day.
What the fuck does that have to do with
I was
anything?
just thinking of her doing karaoke and doing Reflection.
But
and how
I
beautiful
can't
it'd
talk
be.
about my favorite win for makeup and hairstyling.
I mean, who has the time? You were really going slow at the beginning. You did pick it up after I asked, which is nice. But, there's only so many hours in the day.
Ooh, Cloris Leachman for Last Picture Show, one of my favorite wins. Love that screenplay, too.
Beautiful.
Great.
What's the next section?
The next section is also you could have like on loop like your favorite like Tony Award like Tony performances like in the background.
Yeah,
that's always fun.
that's very cute.
Yeah. Next we are on to Travis Tracks. This is the section of the podcast where I go through the playlist I made my roommate Travis. It was a year's worth of music where he can listen to a song a day for an entire year. It's all pop music he needs to know between the year he was born at 1991 until 2025 when I made the playlist. So we are thick into the 2020s, which was a good time for music.
Yes.
Not for the world.
No.
But we start off with a fantastic piece of music, and that is the song Excess by Miss Rina Sawayama.
Where is Rina?
Girl!
Where is Rina? Now that we're talking about it.
It's because the people didn't respect this hell enough.
That's a great song.
It's a great song.
It's a great song.
And so she was like, well, fuck you. I'm taking a break.
Sorry. Excess
Whatever.
is brilliant.
Excess is incredible. Sawayama was the album of 2020, y'all. Well, Travis thought Excess is okay. He says nothing wrong with it, but I don't love it.
When are we having our sit down with Travis?
Oh, it's coming.
That needs to happen.
It's coming.
All right.
Next is the song Bad Friend by Rina Sawayama.
Travis, I get that it's a little down tempo. It's a little bit of a ballad, but let's open our hearts.
Well, Travis says not for me.
Just that's it?
He says, I just don't like the sound.
He hurts me. Like sometimes it's like I could not be more Team Travis, and sometimes it's like you're doing this to hurt me. You're saying these things to harm me.
He's a monster. He is Aunt Gladys in Weapons.
I mean, now we said it.
Yeah.
Hey, he's got red hair.
I know. Can't trust him. I mean, if you only listen to the podcast, I'm a redhead.
I mean, people know that.
Aunt Gladys's hair is not naturally red, though.
What?
I know.
That wasn't her real hair?
No.
Oh my God, I look just like Jill Zarin's.
You know? Next is Miss Taylor Swift, because, we are in the era where she's putting out an album a year. It is 'Tis the Damn Season from Evermore.
Lovely.
Lovely song. A solid B, Travis says.
Okay.
I think it's better than
I think it's better than a B, but
I
I'm
quite
not
like 'Tis the Damn Season.
I like it a lot too, but I think that's more respectful than what he said about Bad Friend.
Next is the song from Evermore that I think a lot of people listen to this podcast and think I give too much to, and that is Marjorie.
Yeah.
It is the song from Evermore that is my favorite song. It's because it is the album that feels the most personal on Evermore, and that's why I love it. I think it's just beautiful and touching and feels personal. Travis says, it doesn't really stand out for me. Nothing really grabs my attention.
Oof. This is a tough week for Travis
I
Tracks.
know. Travis talks all the time about his grandmother, how he loved his grandmother. One time they had a birthday party for her, and he brought a giant bowl of Skittles for people to enjoy. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but that's just a story.
He likes his grandmother.
When I think of stories about Travis's grandmother, I think about a giant bowl of Skittles. But it's just like, Travis, please.
Was he in a bad mood this week?
He must have been.
Must have been.
Not as bad as I've been. Next is WAP. This put Travis in a much better mood. As we can
he's
assume.
looking for sexiness, yeah.
Travis just says, love, hot sex.
I mean, yes. I mean, this, of course, it is a great song. It's very catchy. I remember when it came out, or it being stuck in my head when I was on like a pretty early vacation with Jackson's family. I was like, I cannot sing this aloud. Not just make sure to only sing in your head, because it is not appropriate for, family consumption.
I mean, it's a clever ditty.
It's a clever one.
It's a clever ditty.
It was big for a reason.
Next is a song that Matt Palmer is actually pretty critical of. But it's a song I love because it's a mess. And it is the song Tonight by Kesha.
So it's I don't hate it, but
it's just there is that one chorus that's off key purposely, and you just don't like to hear that.
It's all over the place.
I mean, but those verses.
The verses are great.
I got a friend to call the Uber because I can't find my phone. Chelsea, can I put this one in your backpack? Like, it's so much fun to me. I love it. Travis says it's fun. It feels like it's 3 different songs in one. I like.
Oh, great.
Okay. Next is Raising Hell, also from The High Road by Kesha. And he says, probably a good workout song. Totally fine. Solid B+.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, nothing really, I guess, besides WAP jumped off the page for him this week.
Travis was not really invested in this week.
I like a lot of those songs.
I know. Like in 2020 it seemed like I'm trying to think of the 2020 stuff he liked. He liked WAP and he liked Do It by Chloe and Halle.
Is that it? The ones that like you really like?
I want to say so.
I mean, both songs are great, but like there was other stuff happening.
Yeah, 2020 was really good.
There's a lot of good
stuff.
It's
okay. We're getting to Gaslighter, I believe, next.
Oh, he's gotta love that.
If he doesn't like Juliana, I gave him my best friend's weddings. And
if he doesn't like Juliana, calm down.
I don't think he will.
Oh, come on.
I don't know. I'm just predicting.
I was listening to the album again like maybe a week or two ago. No one has given that album enough. And there's a podcast that we both listen to every once in a while that has talked shit about this album. I've never thought of them in the same way. Like, how dare, like they were like, it's just not catchy. I don't know what they were saying, but I was like, we are enemies in this department. Because what friends. An album.
We're not friends.
Justice for Gaslighter.
Justice for Gaslighter.
So wait, you don't have a Give Me Moments this week?
I don't.
Okay.
Guys, I'm just so tired, and I'm happy the Oscars happened and that the winners are out, and everyone is probably partying it up right now, and I'm happy for them. I just want to figure out what I'm doing with my life.
Hey, you're hanging out with your 100,000 subscribers on
YouTube. All of you.
That could be your Give Me Moments.
Oh, that gave me moments.
That was a moment for both of us.
That gave me moments. Me at the slot machine or at the video poker machine, just trying to get Matt Palmer to respond.
I was busy watching Dinosaur, which would be on my Give Me Moments, but I want to watch season 2 to really go over it. But if you haven't seen it, it's on Hulu. It's so funny. It's from, I think is she Welsh? I don't know where she's from, but incredible show, incredible director, writer, creator.
You know, I'm part Welsh. I'm a quarter Welsh, just across the river from Ireland, or the ocean, or strait, whatever is between Ireland.
I don't know what's going on over there.
What do we call that body of water between Ireland and Wales?
A Donnybrook.
Keep talking, and I'm gonna find a Donnybrook. That's the first thing you came up with
for me.
Okay.
I need to talk about a film that I watched last night. And it is a movie that, like, while it was like coming out, I would see the trailers before some movies and be like, I'm excited to see this, but I never got around to it. But then it just recently popped up on my Apple TV, which I would go into to watch Shrinking and to watch our downloaded versions of Drag Race. And I just have to say, the movie Eternity, starring Elizabeth Olsen and Miles Teller, Davine Joy Randolph, and Dua Lipa's boyfriend, whose name I always forget, Callum Turner, I believe. Okay. John Early is in it. I love 2 things. I love like a high concept, like afterlife moment. Like it's very The Good Place to me, which, is a show that I always really much liked. And, I love a rom-com. And so the fact that we are smashing these 2 worlds together in this very winning and charming and beautifully done film, I cannot say enough good things about it. Long story short, both Miles Teller and Elizabeth Olsen start off as old people, and Elizabeth Olsen's character has cancer, but hasn't told her family yet. They're going to a gender reveal of their daughter or something, a family member, and Miles Teller's character is like planning on taking care of her as she's going through this process and dealing with the disease, and he chokes on a pretzel and dies.
No, I eat so many pretzels.
I know you eat, but you have to not eat them fast. That's what he did. He ate them too fast.
I'm the slowest eater I know.
There you go. You're good. And so he wakes up, he's on this train, and he's back in his Miles Teller body, which is like, oh, this is from when I'm 35. And you're learning so many rules of eternity. So basically, they have to go to this big train station. They only can pick one kind of eternity that they can live in. And it's like, oh, I want to be in the beach eternity, or I want to be in the mountains eternity, or I want to be in, there's just so, I saw a queer eternity where it's like, no straight people. And I saw one where it's like,
God, Lord knows what STDs are flying around that eternity.
But you can't die from them because you're already dead. You already died once.
But you're itchy forever.
That's true. That's true. Maybe I'm sure they'd have some medicines. But there's also, I like the women only one. It's like, you've met your last man. I feel like that one might have been sold out. I feel like there was a lot of ladies in that one. But he's there and he's kind of like, okay, I think I want to go to the beach one. I think she'll probably be meeting me sometime soon. Let me just get stuff ready for her. And she also meets Callum Turner, Dua Lipa's boyfriend, who's a bartender there at the like train station area. And she's like, why is he here? And Davon Joy Randolph's character is basically like kind of his his person who's going to lead him around the afterlife. And he's like, well, you can work here if you're not ready to make your choice on your eternity in 1 week. Everyone gets a week. And then after that, if you want to work here, you can stay. But it finds out, because you see Elizabeth Olsen come in, who is like the younger version of the lady who died, that Callum Turner is her first husband who died in the war, the Korean War. And so now it's up to her to make a choice between which eternity to go to, which of her two husbands to be with. And it's like there are many a rule, because there's a lot of rules in like these kind of high concept films. And one of the rules is like once you pick an eternity, you cannot go to another one, or they'll push you in the void and you'll just have to spend the rest of your eternity in black nothingness. And you don't want that. But long story short,
I'm sure there's some twisted fuckers who want that. They're just like, yeah.
Why would you? But long story short, it is just so winning, and the performances are great, especially Elizabeth Olsen and Miles Teller. I think the two of them have such a winning chemistry, and it's like it highlights the differences in the kind of relationships that you have at different parts of your life, and the relationships that like what a long-term relationship looks like versus one that like got cut short, or like, you know, someone who has gone too soon. Like it's almost like she's re-meeting Dua Lipa's boyfriend again for the first time, but it's like she has such an easy connection with the Miles Teller character. Who should she pick? It's a great movie.
It's kind of like the movie 45 Years.
I didn't know that I saw 45 Years.
Oh, it came out in 2015. Charlotte Rampling got an Oscar nomination for it. It's directed by the guy who like did Looking.
Oh, great.
All of Us Strangers and everything. It's about a woman who...
Oh, is it depressing? All of Us Strangers was like...
Oh, it's not a comedy. It's not a comedy, but you know it's fun.
Okay.
It's about a woman and she's about to celebrate her 45th wedding anniversary with her husband. And her husband, she knew that before she met him, he was engaged to another woman, and she died in like a rock climbing accident or something like that. And so right before their 45th wedding anniversary, when they have this big party, the husband finds out that they were able to like find the body and everything, and it just like brings up old like feelings and secrets and everything. Ooh, it's great. And so it's kind of like Eternity.
I mean, Eternity is much lighter. It sounds like this is definitely a comedy and a romance, and I'd recommend it if you liked The Good Place, or if you like a rom-com and you're just, you know, I like a movie that feels like this is such an original idea, you know, and Eternity definitely felt like that. There were moments of Eternity where I was like, I don't really know how this part makes sense, but for 95% of it, I was like, I am on board. I love this. I am just enraptured in like, who's she gonna pick, and is she making the right choice? And Elizabeth Olsen's so good. I think this is the first movie of Elizabeth Olsen's I've ever seen. I'm like, she can act her face off.
She's great,
and she looks so much like her sisters.
Oh sure.
I'm like, wow. But yeah, no, she's incredible. So recommend Eternity. It is up on Apple TV as we speak.
I don't like that idea of heaven. That freaks me out.
Oh, just heaven in general, or this version of it?
Like Eternity, like in the movie.
I feel
Eternity.
like it would be hard to make the choice in 1 week.
Well, because what my idea of heaven is like everyone's there, you can do whatever you want. Not like, oh, you're all going to be separated and like a person who you want to see occasionally, not necessarily all the time,
right?
But like a person you want to see occasionally
you'll never see again.
Like, you know, that shit makes me upset.
I know.
This is a horror movie.
No, it's not. It's a dream movie. I would definitely recommend it. There's some tough moments, but no, it's really lovely, and it's on Apple TV. You should give it a watch.
All right.
I liked it.
All right. Well, we are gonna close y'all out by an educational lesson.
I can't wait to learn.
It is not called what did you call it?
Donnybrook?
It is not called a Donnybrook. It is called St. George's Channel that separates Wales from Ireland.
Beautiful.
Oh wait, no, or it's called there's one. Yeah, St. George's Channel I think is the big thing, and then it splits off a little into Cardigan Bay and the Irish Sea. All
right, I hope this is true, because I don't want us to be spreading misinformation.
I'm on worldatlas.com, and they won't let us down.
No, that seemed reputable, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, guys, tell us below if we've spread misinformation. I hope we didn't. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the people before we say goodbye?
Wish me luck, girls.
Wish Matt Steele all the luck. We're sending you all good towing energy. You got this. We believe in you. Everyone have a lovely night. Thank you for listening. We'll be back soon with more Two Gay Mats, the podcast.
Bye.
Bye.